A tale as old as time. Hermione and the Feast. Weird.
I'm a freak of the week.
Hey, Chimi listeners, welcome back to another episode of the Chimichanga Superstar Podcast. I'm your host, Christian Barrick. So, it is a special week for me. I am going to be doing a very fun charity event on stage this coming weekend, so I decided to bring a very talented young lady up with me. Welcome to, for the first time to this podcast, Rachel Amanda Bryant.
Hi, guys.
What's up?
Oh, a little nervous. You never know. First time podcast.
First time podcast?
Actually, that's not true.
Oh, I'm going to say.
Fat liar.
So, this is a waste of a cherry pop. Most overrated podcast.
Thank you for having me here. I'm ready to talk about things
and stuff.
Stuff, yeah.
Cool. Well, let me get my monkey servant.
Oh.
Sorry, mountain dwarf servant. So, Rachel, we were recently joining you on your show.
Yes.
Tell the audience what that is really quick.
Well, I'm the host of a cosplay cooking show on YouTube and Facebook. And it is a show where I dress up in cosplay and make recipes themed after that story, that movie, that TV show, and usually say a lot of really terrible but truly amazing puns through the process.
Puns are good. Puns are good. It's a dying art form, I believe.
It's a dying art form, but I am beating that horse to death.
Oh, yeah, you got it down. So what, give us a short little list of cosplays you've done on your show.
Well, I've done Hannibal, the TV show. I've done The Big Lebowski, Ghostbusters, the new one, Slave Leia, which was my Star Wars episode. Yes, men out there, I was in a Slave Leia costume. And
it's a classic. How could you not?
It's a classic. I need to do another Star Wars episode because I'm such a Star Wars fan. What else?
How dare you?
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, who'd you dress up as that one?
Sally.
Sally.
Yeah.
Okay.
And The Revenant, not the most cult movie, but it was a hilarious episode of Cosplay Cuisine regardless because I had a huge beard, long brown hair, and my guest was dressed as a bear.
Well, there you go.
So, it's appropriate.
Well, did you serve little golden statue cupcakes by any chance?
His first Oscar, can you believe it?
I'm actually really shocked. I'm never gonna lie about that. I could joke about it all I want.
Meaning you're shocked that
I'm shocked that it took this long.
Okay.
Yes, I'm very shocked it took this long.
He is probably the best actor of our generation, but he started so young, I think it took him a long time to get respect. There's a lot of really good male actors in this industry.
I use a comparison between him and George Clooney a lot, who are two very polar opposite actors, very good actors, but polar opposite. George Clooney doesn't have this multi-personality, getting into the moment personality kind of thing. It's always George Clooney doing George Clooney in a role.
Yeah.
But he's so expressive that you don't care that it's George Clooney being George Clooney on a Hawaiian island or
That's
robbing.
one of my favorite movies.
That was great, wasn't it?
But
George Clooney's face just is very animated. His eyebrows. He is probably, I studied neurolinguistics all through most of my adult life.
Oh, interesting.
So watching his eyebrows dance and flap around, you see so much going on, and he just displays that perfectly. Now let's go to Leo, who's able to just become whatever he's doing. Still Leo, but he becomes that version of Leo. But his face is far less expressive in comparison.
Yeah.
They are the two polar opposites in that to me.
Did you see Gatsby?
I saw Gatsby.
I loved Gatsby.
Can I just take a moment and just express that man just had me with his dancing?
That is an underrated movie in my opinion. I know
I'm
a lot of people that don't like it.
Well received. I thought it was going to be the big movie of that time.
Maybe, I can understand why it aggravated people because the book, I think, does a better job of trying to tell that story, but it's really tough to translate something like that onto film. And I felt like that movie really showed what Leo was like. What's Leo like in person? None of us know. I haven't met the guy, but I bet you he's like Gatsby. He's got all this fame and money and is so well respected, but in a way is really lonely.
Rumors have it he's actually on a very important quest right now. He's traveling around to find 5 items, and apparently all these items are small rings. One is apparently intended to provide him the element of fire, the other earth, wind, water, and strangely the other one is just heart.
See, I thought you were going to go the other direction and that he was looking for Horcruxes. Like.
No.
Okay.
No, mine's actually a true story.
It is.
Leonardo DiCaprio is actually currently trying to.
This isn't just a silly
rumor. This
bit.
is not like official, but apparently he's trying really hard to get the Captain Planet movie going. Leonardo at the helm of Captain Planet.
He would be Captain Planet?
I would hope Shidell. Tom Shidell. I'm butchering a name here, aren't I? I would hope War Machine is playing Captain Planet.
Okay.
Because he did such a fantastic job at one point already. That's what he's doing now. And I think that's what he is like in real life. He's genuinely trying to create superheroes.
I mean, he's an avid, outspoken environmentalist.
Oh, yeah. I don't think there's ever a day in his life where he hasn't punched someone saying, "You're littering." You good nut shot.
Yeah.
So, you are going to be joining us this weekend, not only because of your cosplay, because of your cuisine. Would you say you're a good cook?
No.
Do you enjoy cooking?
But I enjoy cooking. Okay, I'm not a bad cook by any means, but I cook like my mom and dad do. Like, I cook easy things with a lot of heart, and it's a lot of making up stuff, like throwing that or this in there and then hoping that it tastes good in the end, and usually it does. So maybe that does mean I'm a good cook in that way.
I would like to say that I had a item on your show with you. I'm not going to air what that is just yet, but it was quite delicious.
I think that's a perfect time for a segue about our episode of Cosplay Cuisine, which you so graciously guest hosted my episode.
Yeah, I got to stand around in your studio and just stand in a onesie, drink wine, eat cookies. My life is hard. If you want to see that, audience out there, if you want to watch Christian dressed up in a onesie, drinking, and eating a sugar cookie, Wednesday morning is when the newest episode of Cosplay Cuisine will be on the interwebs. Now, I'll be completely honest. Aside from this being on your show and a sugar cookie being involved, this is probably just like an average every weekday morning is me standing around getting drunk in the onesie. My neighbors are tired of it because I keep forgetting to close the onesie when I go get the newspaper.
Right.
But either way.
That's why they keep mailing you drapes to put over your
Oh, they don't even mail
windows.
them. I've come home to them in my house applying the drapes.
Oh. Which
is nice because we have nice drapes throughout the house.
Maybe you need to change your locks, so that sounds like
I like my neighbors having
issue.
access. That means if I ever forget to feed the dogs, I just kind of like let them bark for a week and then they'll just come feed the dogs for me.
Aww.
I sound like a horrible incoming PETA. What about outside your show though? Do you do any cosplay outside? Like, do you cosplay on your own, or is it only a professional?
Usually it's just through my show. I'm pretty new to cosplay. But, you know, Halloween is like the everyman's cosplay.
Oh yeah.
Cosplay day. Which I'm excited to, I've decided to do my Luna Lovegood cosplay that I'm doing for the event on Saturday. That'll be my Halloween costume as well.
Very cool.
I was originally going to do Bubbles from Powerpuff Girls, but...
Well, how can you go wrong? I'd say, which one's Bubbles? Bubbles is
the blonde one.
Okay, I was going to say Buttercup's the fun one. You get to punch things.
Bubbles, if you look at her characteristics, it's me.
Okay. Noted.
So, everyone out there, now you know a lot more about me. Which is great.
She really likes sparkly, shiny things.
She really likes sparkly, shiny things, and then when she gets angry, it's like... You do not want to be in her warpath, you know? And
you said just before the show that you are obsessed with cats?
I love cats.
That sounds like an obsession to me.
I love cats so much. Sometimes I watch their videos and I cry.
Why have you not cosplayed a cat yet, then?
Well, I've been a cat for Halloween.
But not on your show yet?
Not on my show yet. I guess I need to think of a good cat. I usually do it after, like, a movie or a TV show. And there is the Broadway musical Cats.
There's always the ever so popular Garfield.
There's always Garfield.
You can make a weird lasagna.
I could just make I make a really good lasagna. Like, legit. Turkey lasagna with spinach and your ricotta.
That does sound good.
Don't even.
See, you should just make that, hog it all to yourself, keep all the leftovers, and just have a teddy bear as your guys just have Pookie up there.
But maybe I can have Matthew Segan, who was dressed as the bear for the Revenant one, just come back as a bear again.
Did he talk?
He did. He did. He eventually took his head off.
That's disappointing because I would have liked it if he just stood there stoic, silent the entire time.
I always thought it was funny when he lifts up the glass to try to drink the wine through the bear head, and he can't. It's just that shot makes me laugh.
Yeah.
When you edit, as you know, probably, when you're editing
long
footage,
journey of editing,
things that just aren't seemingly that funny initially are so funny when you watch them over and over and over again.
Well, you host a food show, and I co-host one with Professor Elliot, Fantastic Feast and Where to Find Them. One of the things I always find funny when editing is you have to go back for that one cut of us eating the food, but you're constantly watching yourself put the food in, take it back out, put the food in, take it back out. You will never understand how immune you get to things when it comes to gross foods until you edit yourself eating food. It is
especially with your foods for your show. It is weird, interesting, sometimes gross stuff.
Yeah.
So I bet your reactions, I mean, the ones that I've seen have been very honest.
We've actually made a discovery recently that a lot of the stuff that we've already filmed as time goes on, we get to ruin it even worse by going to the locations that these things are well known for and then doing them all over again.
That's funny.
Well, we have a segment coming up I'd like to introduce. It's new to the show, so everyone get your buttholes ready. Ooh. I see those of you got 46 of you listening live. Hello, people.
Hello, welcome. Oh.
Yeah, keep doing that. That's how we'll go up to 64. 3 cosplays. If you were just gonna do 3 cosplays just to do them, not for your show, what would you do?
Oh my.
I don't know that character.
Princess Leia, the white hooded outfit that she has.
My favorite of all of them. I have a thing for hoods.
Harry Potter, gender bend Harry Potter. And Sailor Moon, because I'm a real big nerd.
You can just eat constantly while dressed as Sailor Moon, and you'll still be in character.
It's so in character!
Yeah.
She's always like, I'm so fat! And she's obviously not fat. But like, and what's so funny, never mind, I'm deviating
we should reshoot, Sailor Moon for the modern era, Millennial Sailor Moon.
Millennial Sailor Moon.
I'm so fat! Stop body shaming yourself, Sailor Moon. That's ridiculous. Oh my god, you're a size half. Stop.
Size half, which exists, kind of. I love Sailor Moon, man.
Yeah. It's weird. I remember Sailor Moon being the cartoon I watched in middle school before I got on the bus.
Yeah, they were on in the morning.
In the morning, yeah. I remember it would literally, the end credit scene would start right as I'm like needing, like, that's my cue. Time to run. Time to split. The moment the show was over. So I'd always be eating my oatmeal or whatever, and I'd watch that, and then I'd have that song stuck in my head, and I'm always the little white boy on the bus. I'd be
evil by moonlight.
Yep, stuck in my head.
So the other podcast I've done it's a cartoon podcast, and I talk about Sailor Moon for like an hour and a half. So
fantastic.
You can't go wrong with that.
So the segment I wanted to introduce is a little wily coyote of a friend of mine, Alex Weitzman. He's a loud, opinionated jackass of a man, and I love him for it. I decided to give him 60 seconds a fucking episode. So I'm calling this segment Weitzman's Weekly Whine.
Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle?
let me just make that. I've been waiting to say that. That was the name you were desperately trying to say.
For the live audience, before we edit this out, understand. Like, he was sitting here the whole time, and he looked like he was in pain while I'm struggling through it. Unless I say, fuck it, War Machine. You've been on this show a few times by now. You know for a fact that I butcher names.
I'm aware that you butcher names.
Hell, I think I butchered your name the first time.
Probably.
Yikes.
I had to get it out. Don Cheadle, damn it.
All right, cocksucker. What's your wine of the week?
Alrighty. Well,
what's up your ass this time? Ready?
Alrighty.
So 5, 4, start that goddamn thing.
Alrighty, so we're going to be talking a little bit about the fact that, for those who have not heard, SAG-AFTRA is going to be going on strike against, some of the major AAA video game producers. This is something they're hoping to avoid. They're back at the negotiation table. But for my personal opinion, even though I'm not in the union, I extremely support what the union is doing. They are fighting for completely the appropriate rights of safety, to some extent performance bonus, but more than anything else, safety and transparency in terms of what voice actors need. So, I mean, it's a hard business. Sometimes it may seem like a dream job, and yes, doing voices is totally a dream job. That said, it is still a job. So my recommendation is everybody listening, go out there, look this up for yourselves. I'm not lying to you, and I'm telling you right now, I would love for all of you to go out and hashtag Performance Matters on your Twitter. Totally support SAG in this strike.
Perfect timing. Look at you go.
Almost
Because
like
that's what a voice actor does. By the way, they match the time, damn it.
so a few questions for our audience who might not know. What is the SAG-AFTRA?
SAG-AFTRA is the guild, the union, the entertainment union that represents actors. There was two, and then they merged a few years or so ago to form just one single union.
Do they have a wedding?
Actors. I wish.
Was it just like a weird wedding / orgy thing?
It was more of a shotgun
The merging
wedding.
of the guilds.
Shotgun wedding, if you will, on union terms.
An orgy, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a big blast of love everywhere.
Totally. And this has been a long time in coming. They were, they were,
It just keeps on going.
Well, the interactive contract died off in February of 2015, and they, did the strike authorization vote for this back in September of last year.
Jeebus.
Yeah.
So where can people go to follow this situation as it keeps going?
Well, you can go to the SAG-AFTRA website. They'll talk about it a little bit, but, most of all, just look at the various Twitter feeds of your various, favorite people. I recommend, Courtney Taylor, Steve Bloom, Phil Lamar. These are some of the best voice actors out there, and they're all very much involved in the process of,
and just so, maybe say what the voices that they
well, for those who don't know by name, Courtney Taylor, you probably know best as Jack from Mass Effect. I know you're a fan, sir.
Absolutely.
Are you a massive fan?
Oh my god, you really do stick with
I'm already
those
starting.
puns.
I'm already
Wow.
starting. Okay, continue.
Steve Bloom, of course, holds the Guinness Book of World Records for most video game voices. Probably best known as the voice of Wolverine and Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop and many other things. And Phil Lamar, you probably know best as Static from Static Shock, Samurai Jack, Jon Stewart from Justice League, Hermes from Futurama, many things.
Futurama.
Oh, that's right.
I should have said
Good news,
Leela.
everyone! Go out and support SAG-AFTRA strike!
Leela from Futurama. That's another one of my cosplays.
Oh, that's a
I
good
want to
one.
do a
my
Futurama
God.
episode so bad. I love that. One of my top
Invite me
favorite
on that.
shows. You should be on that.
I will totally do Zoidberg for you.
Oh my gosh, Zoidberg is like
Super.
I will
most
dress up
hilarious-
as Zoidberg and I will do Zoidberg's voice.
Oh my gosh.
This is an episode being born.
Now, I will allow this. I'll allow you to borrow my friend here on one condition. You have to eat those little poplar creature things.
I'll figure out a way to do that.
I'm pretty sure there's gotta be some sort of a recipe for that. And
Oh yeah.
And there's gotta be a way to put like a squeaker toy in it so they scream as you eat them. My innocence! Well, Alex, thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
And if you guys like this segment, let us know. If you guys dislike this segment, don't let us know. I'm still gonna do it anyways. You know me. And then we're gonna go ahead and move on along. Thank you, Alex. We appreciate you, I think.
Moving
Oh,
along.
Alex, hey! Heading out?
What the hell are you doing here?
I'm here to do my segment.
Oh.
A little late,
Well, just sit there and drink your alcohol. But by the way, for those who don't know, we are drinking a special thing tonight.
You got out the spiced mead. Give me a glass.
We got some spiced mead.
It is delicious.
Yeah, it's kind of like a warm apple cider. Just gets you drunk.
Yeah.
And honey.
Get you drunk!
Yeah,
Oh,
right?
oh my.
So before we let asshole here talk, the big head,
course.
let me go ahead and ask you a few more questions.
Nice to see you again since our episode.
I know. Did you
fun.
enjoy the episode, Professor
really
Elliott?
did. I really did.
For those of you out there who are listening and don't know what we look like, check us out on youtube.com/cosplay cuisine. And you can see Professor Elliott and I do a Atlantis themed cosplay episode
That
where
was
we
fun.
make bourbon baked beans.
They got wasted. And then they were
It was
flatulent.
amazing.
I was less wasted than you though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
There's no judgment. There's no judgment.
Admittedly, there were a few takes. With
All right,
that shot.
drink off.
Sip, 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 sip.
It's not even shot. Shot's like a... That's some good alcohol.
Good drinking.
If I'm drinking good wine, I wouldn't want to chug it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like, I used to, when I was in college, I used to just, no matter what it was, I'm like, I could drink this whole thing right now. Watch this. And now it's just like, I don't wanna.
Then you end up with no drink.
Yeah. And part of the fun
And
is
that's
like
a shame.
enjoying a good drink.
Yeah.
Like, buying the cheap crap that's like 100 proof and getting you wasted just doesn't interest me anymore.
Oof.
I want to enjoy it. I want to
enjoy life.
I want to
It's a sign
enjoy
that,
the path.
that we're getting older.
No, it's a sign that getting drunk doesn't feel as good when you haven't
Not-
enjoyed getting wasted.
older, but wiser, perhaps.
Uh-huh.
I think it's scientifically proven that I'm going to maintain the mentality of a 14-year-old the rest of my life. So I'm pretty confident.
That's probably pretty accurate.
Yeah, I'm down.
I don't doubt that in the slightest.
So you don't just work on the YouTubes. You also work as a lovely actress of a very,
I am
very
an
fine
actress.
film.
I am a SAG-AFTRA actress, so I support my union. Speaking of that,
What all have you been in exactly, do you think?
well,
Do you think?
every year is better than the last. I'm going to say that. So this year has been crazy, amazing, and I just shot a horror thriller feature film starring Robert Carradine.
That one got a nominated for an award, I believe, didn't it?
No, that one has not yet been released.
I'm thinking of a different one.
Then I co-produced and star in a different horror film called Jet Set LA.
That's the one I'm thinking.
Yeah, that we just premiered at the Burbank International Film Festival, and we were nominated for Best Horror Short.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, and it's essentially about a young couple who uses an Airbnb-like app to find a place to stay on their first big trip.
Okay.
And it ends up that they discover a sundry of horrors in this apartment. Yeah.
Fun.
Well, that's
I won't give away the ending, but
No,
just
please
know
don't. I'd like to take a look at it
it's
myself.
a delicious time.
Oh.
I'm calling weird, creepy orgy cannibals.
You can take it as you will.
Yes.
I will. And I'm going orgy cannibals.
Orgy
Orgy
cannibals.
cannibal.
Then
And
again,
then,
orgy is kind of like a thing I go to, isn't it?
It is a
really
thing you go to. I think that's the 5th time you said that word since we started.
It's the word of the night.
You're ready. You're ready for it.
I'm ready for the orgy.
Ready for the orgy? Are you sure you're ready for the orgy?
I've got my supply kit in the closet. I'm good to go.
What kind of kit do you need? I don't want to talk about this. Never mind.
okay.
Why are we
You know what? Backtrack. You had
Back to your projects.
These details are not something I want to go over.
Back to your projects.
And then I was just cast in another feature that was supposed to shoot in November, and it's a psychological thriller. So.
Oh, fun. Those are always psychologically fun.
It
I
should be
suck
thrilling.
at puns.
It should be thrilling.
I can't do puns. All I can do is just be an asshole.
Well, you do you, boo.
I will.
Not much we can do with that.
Now, did you just fall into that, or did you study acting anywhere?
Oh, I started acting in high school, and maybe you guys feel this way with, like, your production company and your show, like, this idea that there's nothing else I want to do, and there's nothing else I can do to be happy.
Yeah.
And so, regardless of whatever maybe end game people might think, like, oh, well, you're not on TV yet. Like, why haven't you given up? Or, oh, I haven't seen anything you've been in.
Plug your laptop into the TV. Stop complaining.
It's just, there's no alternative. This is my life.
Right.
Yeah.
I look at my personal projects and I say, if I don't do these things, then I'm not happy.
Yeah.
If I'm doing these things, then I'm much happier.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter whether I'm being successful at it or not. Just
Well,
the fact that I'm chasing after
You're already
that.
successful at it because you're doing it.
See?
So many people, I think, live this life just kind of going through the motions and not discovering that thing that makes their little heart go pitter patter. Mm-hmm. And, the fact that people, in this industry and in other industries, like, I have some writing friends that for them it's writing. Like, that's what gets them to wake up in the morning,
Anthony says #deep.
Hashtag, this is what happens when you bring a girl on your show.
Yeah.
Hashtag deep.
#deep.
Not quite what you were looking to shout out
Let's
there.
not have that be a quote.
Don't choke anything right now, because if we have to engrave that in your tombstone, that's just going to ruin everything you've done.
Hashtag YOLO? No, it's awful.
No.
No, that'd be perfect on your tombstone. YOLO, wait, no. End quote.
Wait, who said that? I want to give a shout out to the hashtag deep guy.
That was Anthony.
Anthony, You're the man.
You are the man. The one and only, wherever you're at.
The
which
one and
is-
only man left on planet
The one and
Earth.
only Anthony.
No,
You know that woman who said, "Not if you're the last man on Earth." Well, now's
Actually-
your chance to see if that's true.
I wonder if that's my friend Tony. Which would be really funny.
Tony, is that you? Come on, man. Just be open with us now. As you're taking a sip right now, I noticed that you drink wine on your show regularly, and drinks in general. And I had a talk with you about how you are a raging
You make it
alcoholic.
sound like I'm an alcoholic, which I'm not. I enjoy wine.
Yeah, did you grow up somewhere? Did you do like this?
I didn't grow up anywhere. I was just birthed as a 21-year-old.
With a
Spontaneous
glass full in
generation.
your hand?
Yeah.
It's spontaneous generation. You know, you think Louis Pasteur disproved that, but he didn't. And
Yeah,
the
'cause that's
evidence of
clearly
the
what
fact
I was thinking.
Spontaneous generation exists is sitting next to us right here. She just kind of, poof, there she was.
I
And
exist now.
She existed.
But what would that do to the air around her? Would that just move it so at such a high speed there'd be flames and heat?
I would hope so.
That would burn your birth wine, though.
Oh, it'd just make it real good.
Toasty wine.
What wine were you born with in hand?
Oh, Pinot Noir.
Pinot? All right, there we go. Now,
I do like the wine.
Yeah.
I do.
The wine.
so you're a wino?
I would say I'm a wino. One of my favorite jokes is by Mitch Hedberg.
Oh God.
And he said, you know, I saw a wino eating some grapes. And I said, be patient.
Slow down.
Something like that. I'm, you know, ruining the quote, but it's so funny. And like, I would say I'm a wino just in the sense that I really enjoy wine. I grew up very close to Napa. And now my father removed the pool out of our backyard. I don't know if I told you this.
I haven't heard this part.
We had a pretty sizable pool in our backyard when I was growing up, and then he removed it 5 years ago and put a vineyard in our backyard. So we grow
Dang.
Pinot Noir grapes, and he's making Pinot Noir wine.
If he goes on vacation, does he come back to a bunch of raisins?
Ultra exclusive.
Yes, that's why they can't schedule their vacations in September, because they have to make sure they have the
That makes
harvest.
sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And last year was a drought, you know, and so they waited just like a week too long. A lot of Napa wineries also did. And the grapes were almost like raisins. The sugar content was way too high to really make a wine that was good.
Right.
This year though, they caught it in time and they got a nice, large harvest.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
And my mom smushed it with her fingers.
Classic style.
Classic Lucy style.
We got some fantastic feet juice in there as well.
There's definitely a piece of my mom in there.
Oh,
You know?
I'm excited
Piece of
already.
your mom in there.
Hello, hangnail.
Dear God.
That hangnail that came off.
Yeah. So yes, if that makes me a wino, then sir, I am a wino.
God diggity damn it.
Yeah.
All right,
It's a good approach.
let's get to it. You are on here for one reason only, sir.
It's not to interact or anything. It's just to bring on.
Which you already ruined that by just yabbing away with your alcohol.
We
Thank
were
you for stealing
chatting.
all of my honey.
We were chatting.
Fine, enjoy each other on my
Thanks for
show.
backing me up. This is the first time on this show I've ever had anyone back me up.
Will you shut up?
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so well loved.
Yeah.
And that's the segment of Welcome to Smart Shit with Professor Elliot. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Alright, today I've got a poem
Never gonna have a theme
from
song for
ancient
that.
Rome. This poem was only translated in the 1990s,
Swoon.
although people knew about it for a long time. And the reason... You're already
I
laughing.
was like, why? No, I was like, tell me why, Elliot? Why didn't they translate it? And then you were
They
going to
didn't
tell me
translate it
anyway.
because it's considered one of the filthiest expressions ever written in Latin.
Okay, tell me.
And they didn't translate it until the late 20th century specifically because of that. They didn't want to. People who knew Latin would read it and go, I know what that means, but I'm not translating it. I'll get in trouble. So they never translated it. It came up to the 90s and they did translate it, and I have the text for you here if you would like to hear
Yes.
Catullus.
God, yes.
The Roman
16.
version or the translated
the
version?
translated version.
Okay.
I would butcher the Latin pronunciation.
Butcher
if I'm
it.
being honest. And I don't think, honestly, that Christian wants me to read through
Give us
14 lines of Latin.
Give us the first 4 words.
I'll give you the first line.
Okay, give us the first one.
Pedicabo, ego, vos et iromabo.
I honestly feel like you just summoned Ray Stantz.
Well, the translation of that
Ghostbusters.
line, and I'll start with that first line. I will sodomize you and face fuck you. Bottom Aurelius and Calamite Furious. You who think, because my poems are sensitive, that I have no shame, for it is proper for a devoted poet to be moral himself, but in no way is it necessary for his poems. In point of fact, these have wit and charm, if they are sensitive, and a little shameless, and can arouse an itch. And I don't mean in boys, but in those hairy old men who can't get it up. Because you've read my countless kisses, do you think less of me as a man? I will sodomize you and face fuck you.
I am going to post that entire thing on social media when I'm done recording this episode.
The Romans, man.
I mean, we could look at this from a very scholarly perspective.
True. 2,000-year-old poem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, this is definitely a scholarly topic.
They didn't
Right.
have like specific words dedicated to offending. You actually had to create what you're saying. You had to
No,
create
actually,
the
face fuck was a word.
Face fuck was a word?
Yeah.
That's one word?
Irmabo.
Irmabo?
Yeah. IRRUMABO.
Oh, you just told the wrong person that.
Now, if you ever get stuck in time, you know how to say face fuck in Latin.
Well, I think we just found a title for this episode.
Okay,
Face fuck in Latin, or just irmabo.
Irmabo.
remember this, because I want us to get in a freaking time machine,
Okay.
go back in time,
Alright.
and see what happens when we start saying some of these phrases.
Oh, I'm just gonna go
Shouting from
I'm gonna go
rooftops.
introduce myself to everyone, shake their hand, nod my head to them, Irmabo. Irmabo. Irmabo.
Everyone's just too shocked to
Like,
say
I feel like
anything
we
back.
might become kings and queens.
I'm
because
down.
We say the things that people won't say.
But the really cool thing is once we all rise to power is the fact that we could just like dork around, not let everyone know we know each other, and just like send our armies out to do things. Meanwhile, we're sneaking over and like playing Parcheesi or whatever. Apparently you play Parcheesi by throwing a ball over a hand.
Oh,
based
I
on
wasn't picturing you doing darts when you did that.
Oh, see?
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Parcheesi darts.
Parcheesi darts?
Yeah.
How do you play Parcheesi? What is Parcheesi? It's a board game, right?
It's a board game.
Yeah, okay.
It's a thing.
With
You're
dice,
confusing me with the
dice and
hand.
little
Yeah, there's like
round
thingies.
pieces and
Yeah, you do
the little triangles.
And
we
we'll be
obviously
the
don't-
only people in
I have
ancient
no
Rome playing
idea
that
how
game.
to play.
Honestly, that's the thing. We'll be in ancient Rome.
Parcheesi is go around the board. It's a simple go around the board
Oh, okay.
kind of game.
That sounds boring as all get up. Just go in circles.
Yeah.
Parcheesi, bless you.
Dear God. Well, thank you, Professor Elliot, for another
Thank you.
segment
Bless
of
you,
Smart
Elliot.
Shit
Oh, well, thank you. And face fuck you.
Fuck you. And face fuck you. And face
I don't know if that means what you think it means.
Bravo FX says, yay for being a wino.
Or
Oh, that's my friend Robert.
That's your friend Robert.
Yeah.
Well, friend Robert, yay for being a wino. And face fuck you.
face fuck you.
He
Face
actually
fuck
probably
all
would
of you.
appreciate that.
A good.
Not in like a weird. Sorry, Robert. I don't mean like. Never mind.
Robert, you weird, twisted, creepy nut job.
He actually was my blood guy. So as I said, I co-produced a horror film and I star in it.
Ah, he was
And
the
Can we
guy.
pause for a split second so I can just... You have a blood guy.
He's my blood guy.
I love that.
That's excellent.
Blood, gore effects, and so yeah, that's what I mean. Is he's probably getting a kick out of this whole old Roman insults. Old Roman insults.
I will face fuck.
I will face fuck you till the sky is blue. Yeah, we'll turn it. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna reiterate the whole thing. When I get married, that's just that
That's
entire
gonna
line.
be
There you
those
go.
are gonna be your vows.
Those are gonna be
you
my
can do
vows.
it in Latin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna learn Latin
I
just for
hope your
that.
girlfriend's listening.
I hope so too.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
that would be weird. So yes, thank you for that. Wait, did you mention at one point we have for Fantastic Feast and Where to Find Them, we have a very gross like Roman
Oh yeah, at
thing.
some point we're gonna be prepping. I think it's gonna have to start after the winter. Now that we're reaching winter and there's risk of rain.
because we already tried fermenting something right
didn't-
beforehand.
didn't
It was
work.
too cold.
It got too cold.
And it was in a bucket and it was swelling.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
you
Got
have
too
no
cold.
idea, Rachel. I saw this bucket sitting on the counter for 4 days and it was swelling and growing and I knew I had to eat what was in it.
Isn't that appropriate for fermentation though?
It is,
Yep.
but
Right.
I was getting scared, and then we opened it, and it all kind of went south. So now we get to do that again, like in a better setting. And I had this weird moment where I was like, "Oh, the show is ruined. The show is ruined.
We're done. We're not
I can
doing
just
it.
go have dinner and go to bed and not eat whatever this was."
Yeah, I am planning a Roman one though. We're gonna do a condiment that was very popular in the Roman era.
Mustard package,
No.
a relish.
No.
Mm,
condiments.
Yeah.
For some reason, the idea of condiments was something that I thought was like of modern men. Like,
No.
because our society is so based on like individualization.
Right.
And so it's like, well, my hot dog's gotta be so
gotta have
different. It's
ketchup
gonna have ketchup
and
and
relish.
mustard. You know, but back in Roman times, I assumed everyone's hot dog was the same.
No, this one was very popular.
I figured back in Roman times, everyone's hot dog just had a bunch of alcohol and orgies and...
There it is again!
Yeah.
Basically, with this one is you take.
But I went historical with the orgies.
You're right.
Well, you got to go historical with it.
Yeah.
I mean, if
Well,
you want a classic,
but I've worn a toga to every orgy I've been a part of.
see, that's how you do it.
Yeah, it's classy.
That's
With the
how
bow tie. With the bow tie.
Dress it up, dress it down. You can wear a toga for anything, really.
you- Yeah.
Ah! Job interview.
Job interview, wear
Okay.
a standard tie rather than a bow tie.
Family's funeral.
Black bow tie.
Black bow tie. Yeah.
And a top
I would
hat.
agree with that.
Bar
Well, I think the
mitzvah.
top hat is when you're celebrating. I don't know. I think the veil.
That depends
the
on who
veil
died.
is when you're going
That
to the
depends on who died.
True.
That's
you know
true.
what?
That's
that is true.
Great Aunt Gertrude. Oh my god, I'm in her will. Oh, I'm gonna dress up for this. Top hat!
Delicious.
So let me ask you, Rachel, what's the origin of cosplay cuisine? What made you start this?
Good question.
Well,
You just smack yourself on the butt and say, I'm gonna do a thing right now.
that's, I mean, kind of part of it. It was also that I am an actor, and I am very strange and weird and make weird voices and make bad puns, and usually my friend group gets kind of tired of it after a while, so I was like, what if I do this for strangers on the internet? And as an actor, I like dressing up, and I like nerdy things, you know? I like Star Wars. I
Right.
like Star Trek. Oh yeah, I've done a Star Trek episode.
Oh.
And why not dress up as these iconic characters, cook something in a reference to their world, and have an amazing time doing it?
See, that's fun.
Yeah.
Super fun.
That's
And
definitely fun.
you get to genuinely wake up and feel like you did a part of you.
That's
not-
partially why I
Not
started
like
doing my stuff.
Not like let me clock in, do the grind,
Yeah.
do all that.
And I will say that, you know, over the passage of, because I've been doing it for a year now, the first couple episodes, they're not bad. They're funny. They're good. But like in the last several episodes, my voice is much stronger. My like personality.
Come into your own.
Yeah. So I've also become more accepting of my quirks too.
That, you know, and that's something I've noticed is when you're editing your own videos, you're not just acting for someone. When you're editing your own videos, you become acutely aware of everything you do.
Oh, yes.
Every single minute detail of quirks that you have.
So no, I've gone
And-
through a lot of phases while editing myself. I've noticed the I wish I'd done this, but I'll settle. Oh my god, I can't put this in because I could have made it so perfect if I did this. And then I am such an asshole. I can't even stand myself right now. I am so annoyed by myself. And I have to come edit tomorrow because right now if I look at myself in the face one more goddamn time, I'm going to hang myself with a dog collar or something weird.
With a dog collar.
Poor doggy. Poor little doggy.
My dog's still in a cone.
Yeah.
That's a girl or a boy?
Girl, her name's Ava.
Two girls
Ava.
in the house.
Two girls in the house.
Girls in the
Yeah.
house.
I've been calling her Pixar as late just to make her feel at home.
Oh.
Make the lampshade
She was
fit.
just staring at me like, please take this cone off my head.
You are my only hope.
You are my only hope.
Listen, you don't know what's going on here. So I have a chance to tell you. They're forcing this
She
on
was
me.
trying to tell me something.
She thinks
Believe
she's
me, you need to just get this off of me before they get in here, please.
She thinks she's telepathic. She thinks she can communicate. She stares at you hard enough. But so far it hasn't worked, and she just gets more grumpy as it doesn't work. I did cyberstalk you before you came on the show.
Oh, that's
I
not
like,
creepy.
I like to know everything about everyone, including, you know, what they eat, what their things, a list of things they're afraid of. I noticed on IMDb, you have your own page, and on it says that you are an Eric Andre cult member.
Yeah, okay, so the show on Adult Swim, the Eric Andre show,
Yes.
I had a bit part on that show, and there was a sketch, I guess you'd say. It's kind of like a show full of sketches.
Right.
But they all
Sketches
kind of
and
like,
pranks
but
and
not the way that
interviews.
SNL is.
No.
It's more like there's almost like a through line through the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was where he becomes a cult leader, and I'm one of his followers, and we dance and we sing and we try to get all of the band, that's there, and Hannibal Buress, we're trying to get them
to join the cult.
join the cult.
That's actually really funny. In 2017, I'm supposed to start my own cult as well.
2017, so you have a few months.
I got plenty of time. I think it's in late summer I start my cult.
Okay. Well, you could watch that for a little bit of reference.
Okay.
Also, there's kind of a lot of cults out there, so just Google it and you'll be fine.
I think that's a good plan. Google is the ultimate resource material. That and Wiki.
Wiki cult, I think, is what it is.
Wiki cult?
Wikicult.com, yeah.
Wikicult.com.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
For when you need to organize your cult, you can look through all the wiki.
Yeah.
For all of your brainwashing and
methodology, perhaps. Maybe you're just striving for a little background.
Structures.
Andrew would like to chime in on our discussion about condiments. Apparently, Andrew here says the only appropriate hot dog condiments are mustard, sauerkraut, and stale cart water.
What?
Stale cart?
Andrew, I don't know where you've been getting your hot dogs, but stale cart water? Do you just get that on the side or something?
No, I think what he's referring to is in New York or even here in LA, how they have those hot dog stands.
I think that might be a Daily Show reference, actually. Referring to the hot dog stands and the water that comes.
But they're boiled in a water. Yeah. So he's referring to that specific taste.
We spoke to someone who pitched an idea for a Fantastic Feast episode, and they called those something suicide dogs. They called them something.
I can't recall.
LA
street dogs type thing.
Yeah. There's something basically in reference of you have no guarantee you're not going to get Hep B from eating this hot dog.
This is
different. But I guarantee it's going to be really good.
See, this is different than the New York dogs that we were talking about just now.
Oh, of course.
This is like someone's got a trash bin and a grill and they just burn some fire.
Looks like you nailed the Daily Show reference. Thank you, Andrew, for throwing a loop for us. And I agree with the sauerkraut and the mustard through and through, but you gotta change it up. Hot dogs, those are the things you can just throw anything on.
I like coleslaw.
Yes.
Coleslaw, mustard.
You know what else is crazy? Coleslaw goes really good on fried chicken.
Oh yeah, I would imagine a fried chicken sandwich.
Yep.
Coleslaw in between the bread with some
pickles. One of my favorite
That'd
chicken sandwiches I've ever had was just fried chicken with coleslaw and just three pickles. Three slices of pickles.
Simple but
We went to
delicious.
that place the other weekend.
Yeah, we did.
I got mine with cheese, bacon,
we went down
and,
last weekend to
ketchup. Yours had
I forgot the name of it, but we went to the packing house in Anaheim, California. And mine, I went super stupid crazy. Mine had avocado, guacamole, slices of jalapeno through the whole thing, big cheesy bratwurst, macaroni and cheese, bacon, chili.
Wait, that was all in one?
Yep. It was all in one dog. It was piled high.
How does that work? It sounds like you just put a buffet on a hot dog.
Oh no, that's basically what they did. And I'm only halfway.
And then
through
he got a side of coleslaw, and he put that on top.
Yeah. I did, straight up. It was a spicy coleslaw too. So I was like, yeah, screw this. Let's do this the good old northern way. It was fantastic. If I had to give some of it away, it was just a little too much. I think the mac and cheese fluffed it up too much.
Maybe a bit
There's
too
a place
much
right next to my house called the Dog House. There's
Dog House?
puns all over
The dog.
that
Big
place.
dog.
But they have dogs that are so piled high.
Oh.
How high?
How
high are they? They're so high, you have to use a fork and knife, and you only get to eat a third of it. Okay, I'm working on my stand-up. I'm working on my stand-up material.
It's
so.
stand-up and improv. So really, you're
improvise
kinda,
stand-up.
Stand prov.
Also known as not very good.
That is rough. There are a few people that I know have been good at that in history, but it's very few.
Name 12.
No.
He said a few, so it'd be like 3.
Oh, fine. Nitpick.
Semantics, brother.
So Bravo FX here came back with us and said the Facefuck song, Let's Make It Happen, to which I responded, expect a music video in 2017.
Hey.
Around the time you
like
start your
that.
cult, I imagine.
I think that might be connected. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Stay tuned.
We know some musicians.
We know
we
quite
know
a few
lot of
quality musicians.
And recording spaces and all sorts of things.
I don't know why we haven't just put on a concert with how much musicians we have circulating our life.
I am so down to create an album of music. And
What
then
I'd
do a
love to
live
do,
show.
and this is a project I actually wanted to do, I wanted to go ahead and get an open field and set up multiple stages and let them actually do a battle of the bands It's where you have 15 seconds to play. Do it. And then it switches to the opposing and then zigzags across. And people literally get to like go towards the stage that's rocking them the most. And the more people you have towards your stage, the longer you get to play.
Right.
So eventually you get to play like a whole song and they're rocking out. And if you get a whole song, you start sucking towards the second half and they leave. It's your fault. And the winner doesn't get to die.
Oh, so gladiatory style.
Yeah, if your music isn't good enough, you die.
It's like the Hunger Games.
We're going back to the Roman era again.
Yeah, well, I'm staying on topic. You told me I need to segue less, goddammit.
Did I say that?
Speaking of which, did you know that the Nexus 7 is no longer allowed on airplanes?
I heard about that.
I heard that's the explosive one, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like a $700,000 fine.
The most recent article I read said that they said to not even everyone needed to turn them off. Like, don't even use it anymore.
Yeah. Samsung's even like saying that now.
No, Samsung sent out boxes that are fireproof, fire retardant boxes to send your phones back in. And don't mistake it. The boxes are not for your safety. They are for the warehouse's safety, where they are going to stock thousands of flammable
and do nothing with them for a long time.
I mean, I guess it'd be tough to take them apart.
Right.
No,
that's the interesting
one
thing.
hammer.
Well, until
No,
recently,
because wouldn't that potentially
Samsung,
make it explode?
How would I know? I'm not a scientist.
until recently, Samsung phones had easily removable batteries. In this latest version, you have to actually unscrew things to get to the battery. They are taking advice from Apple. Which
Yeah,
I think
fuck
is
you,
a
Macintosh.
Bad decision, because Apple got rid of the headphone jack. There's zero logic
They
there.
jacked it.
They jacked the
it.
headphone jack.
She's gonna go places.
I think so.
Probably left.
At some point.
Mm-hmm.
At some point.
2 lefts and a right.
Yeah.
The show is weird, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad. So let's talk about this weekend. We touched it briefly, but I'm really excited because you two, as well as a dear friend of yours, is going to be joining us on stage for Fantastic Feast and Where to Find Them Live.
Live.
Yeah, that's gonna be really crazy.
I just want to get the elephant out of the room. I am so entertained by the fact that we spent so much time trying to find another co-host that we really felt fit. And then we finally find him and decide, you know what? I like this guy. He was on my show once. He's a lot of fun. I want him to join us. So I
You
post
it online.
Make the announcement. You make the announcement. And
How
then all
did
of a sudden,
you meet him anyway?
a friend of mine who is a fan of the show and is kind of wanting me to keep going on, keeps randomly throwing me contacts she has.
Oh, cool.
And she didn't really throw him at me in the sense of trying to get me to get him on the show, but more the topic of what he was doing. He was on a date with Angeline. And
Yes.
I did an episode.
He had a blog post about that, which
yes,
was really interesting.
It was
Yeah.
really good. And I had him go ahead and recap
That's
that
one
here.
of my favorite
okay.
episodes of the podcast.
In fact, go back and check it out if you guys want. Angeline, A Tale of Terror, episode number. But he was on the show. It was a lot of fun, and I didn't know anything about him whatsoever. And he was just an entertaining guy. Had a lot to say about every topic he hit. And I knew I wanted to introduce him to this jackass over here to my right.
Oh, you have not met.
I have
No.
not met Phil.
And I knew I had to have him on the show again. And when I was thinking through, just no one really fit to me well enough, or others were busy, or others were vegan, or Martians, whatever. And
No vegans or Martians allowed on this stage.
well, they're allowed on the stage, but let's be realistic. With the stuff you've put in us, how are we supposed to live that life? It'd be a lie.
Yeah.
So
it's
yeah,
true.
so I finally, I believe it was a post you made saying I'm going to be up here, and all I see is Phil Warren commenting, "Oh, you know them too?" I was sitting in the same chair you were on my phone, looking at that, thinking, "No,
What?
no."
Well, what's funny
this is
is-
bullshit. This is a joke.
My friend group, we're a tight-knit group of like 15 people.
Okay.
We have a Facebook thread, which is sometimes a blessing, sometimes a curse, because sometimes everyone will go in rants, just full of GIFs.
And your phone's going ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding, ding.
But usually it's a great way for us to all keep in touch with each other and like keep them up to date
Right.
on what's going on. Like say, hey, let's go see this movie tonight, whatever. And Phil said, hey guys, there's this really awesome event I'm co-hosting and it's for this charity. And,
so it was his post.
it was in our little friend group, our private friend group.
Oh.
And he's like, I'd love for you guys to be there, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you're the other host? I'm the other host. And then he was like, what? And then we just like, giggled at each other via Facebook Messenger. So it's just such a small world. It's a beautiful
It's even
small
smaller
world.
then because apparently he's your neighbor.
He lives like 2 blocks away from me.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Donkulous.
So we're gonna carpool.
Yeah.
So
That's a good plan.
That was the whole plan all along, is just be eco-friendly.
understandable. I
Eco-friendly.
like where your head's at.
That's all we want.
Brought to you by
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Planet Earth.
And Don Cheadle.
Cheadle.
Oh man. So
Yeah, so Saturday. Let's get back on topic.
Walk us through the event, Professor. It's essentially mostly your event.
Mostly, because it is, Fantastic Feast is on my YouTube channel.
Yes.
It is a Professor Elliot thing.
Asshole.
Professor Elliot joined.
Professor Elliot. Yes, so
Pass that joint.
down at Stone Church Brewery, doors open at noon. People can come in. There's going to be live music. There's
Woohoo.
going to be artists drawing your favorite beasts. That should be a lot of fun. So if you've got a beast from the book that you're like, that's my favorite,
Or a Patronus, maybe?
or a
Can you
Patronus,
draw my
maybe
Patronus?
something like
Yeah.
that, you could ask them to draw that. We're going to have a couple of other vendors there, I believe. Food if you've got a ticket. And on stage, this is the big thing. On stage, us three plus Phil Warren, we're going to be eating some wizard-themed foods. So we've got...
Don't be excited. You haven't been on our show before. I'm just warning you.
I'm excited because
she's excited
it'll be
to
things
eat
that I've never put in my mouth.
like flobberworm fritter.
Yeah, worm fritter.
Bless you.
Huh.
No, those were words.
Those were words.
Those were intentionally thought out words.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, flobberworm fritter. That should be fun.
No, shouldn't be fun.
That would be
I think
awesome.
your enunciation is... Can you just speak a little more slowly?
Flobberworm fritter.
There it is. Okay.
There it is.
I was hearing
Okay.
flabber.
Fla, bla, bla, bla. No, that's the other thing that we're gonna
Maybe
have.
that's the
Fla, bla, bla,
wine.
fla, fla. That's the other
wine.
thing.
Might have wine
that's
ears
the
right
wine.
now.
Yeah, that's totally the wine. No, we'll be drinking butterbeer on stage.
Yes, with a very special rum that you got.
Right. So I got a rum that's it's actually rum spelled RHUM, and it's made with sugar cane juice as opposed to just sugar.
It's made from Haitian hipsters.
It's aged 15 years, so that should be delicious.
That'll be really
I've
interesting.
heard the rum itself has a bit of
I've
a
never heard
butterscotch
of
flavor.
butterbeer with rum before.
Yeah. So this
Isn't
is gonna
it
be an
usually-
interesting
It's
recipe.
usually a bunch of different recipes. We're actually going from an
1,000
award-winning
recipes.
recipe that was provided to us, and we were going to be shouting that person out in
Shout them
spades.
out on Saturday.
Indeed.
And then
excited
we
for that.
have, what else do we
And then
have?
we've got some raffles going on. So
food-wise.
anyone who, food-wise,
yeah.
what we got going on. Yeah, food-wise, I mean, the flobberworm fritters are going to be great.
No.
We've got the, chocolate frog.
Yes. Typically in the books, you got the
A frog
animated
that-
living chocolate frog that you're supposed to just not have a soul and eat and end its little suffering life. We're
It's
gonna.
magic. That's how they justify everything in here.
It's magic. It's only
I'm
got a soul for a few
real!
seconds.
I feel everything! But it's magic. No, we're gonna be doing, frog legs.
Yeah, frog legs. Frog legs with chocolate mole sauce.
Yeah.
That sounds really interesting.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sounds tasty.
Sounds
I'm-
tasty.
I'm excited
Mole, more like ole.
I got nothing
Come on,
to
you
that.
love it. You love this.
I do. What I love is that every time you do a pun, I'm like, all right, follow up, respond to that. I can't.
Got nothing.
You
got nothing.
You can't. The power of the pun compels you.
Finally, we've got the big item at the end. I'm really crossing my fingers for this one to work well. We'll see, because I've never done this before.
We made an attempt and it failed.
Oh, the attempt
we
failed.
Filmed,
We got one more shot at this.
we got two to test with.
A Scotch dragon egg. Yes.
And for those who don't know what a Scotch egg is,
a Scotch egg is you take an egg, you cover it in sausage and more egg, and you fry it.
So we got an ostrich egg with
Yep.
alligator sausage, and we're going to.
Do you remove the shell off the ostrich
Yes,
egg?
you do.
Okay, so you
Yes.
take the shell off.
You take the shell off, you cover it in sausage.
Yeah, but has it been hard boiled?
Yeah.
Yes.
You've already boiled the
You've
egg.
already boiled
Okay,
the
so
egg.
the egg is already cooked.
Egg's
You
already
wrap
cooked.
it in
You wrap
alligator
it in
sausage.
alligator sausage. And then because we don't have... So we've got two options here that I'm still working on. One, we can either deep fry it, which is one option.
Which is
Turkey
the most
fryer.
common.
Yeah, most common for Scotch eggs. I've also heard that it's possible to bake it. So I'm going to look into the two options, see which might be the best structurally. I'm not looking for flavor here as much as making sure the egg can actually make it from this house to the location without falling to pieces. Yeah. That's going to be interesting.
Sorry, I was texting my homeboy. got
I would
distracted.
assume deep frying it
Yes.
because you're cooking it faster.
True.
that it will bind together
A lot more easily.
And if you bake it, the fat could potentially
Like drip
make
down.
it slippery.
You know, I think that might be.
That's a
dead
very
on point.
And we're also working with
Yes.
gator sausage, which is a lot leaner than pork sausage.
Oh, we don't want to lose any of that.
Yeah.
True.
the frying
We're
might
going the
work.
way of Lord of the Rings.
Maybe I should
We're deep
cut some
frying
meat
everything.
glue.
Meat glue? You
Oh,
mean
yeah.
lard?
No,
Meat glue's a thing. I can't.
Transglutamase.
I hate that it's a
Oh.
thing, but it's a
Yeah.
thing.
That's a thing.
Isn't just regular glue, doesn't it have some type of animal product in it?
Yeah, horse hooves.
Yeah.
We could use that.
I think that's old-fashioned glue. I don't think they do that anymore.
Because then I have something to huff while I'm working with you.
Well,
Make the hours go by faster.
probably.
Is that why you're a Hufflepuff?
No, I'm actually. Have
I'm
you
a
taken the
Hufflepuff.
test? by
I
the way?
did take the test.
Oh, awesome! I'm looking
Gryffindor.
forward. I would like to announce this on stage as well. Gryffindor as well at Gryffindor here, and you got.
I got Hufflepuff.
You got the Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
And then did you take the alternate test too? Because they have like all the extra tests now on that.
I just took the one on Pottermore.
Would you?
Yeah, they got.
I didn't
they got
do
like
an
4
alternate
different
one.
tests.
Oh no,
now.
I haven't taken the other ones.
Yeah, so they've got now. There's the houses for the American school,
Yeah.
and then they've got the.
I
get
should
your-
do that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you should. I don't even remember the names of those houses. Like one's like Puckwidgee or something like that, and one's I can't remember all the names.
That's silly.
you
I'm
got-
bringing them up on the power of the internet.
You got the internet right there.
The
Isn't that
school is
handy?
called Ilvermorny or something like that. Ilvermorny. It sounds like morning wood.
Ilvermorny. Ilvermorny.
It's apparently a combination of the magics of like Irish settlers meet with Native American.
Okay. I can see, remembering what those things looked like, I can see that. It had a lot of that like Celtic knock thing going on, but with some like Native American style
Celtic
creatures.
knock.
Okay, so the
Celtic knocks.
So they have Puckwudgie, Thunderbird, Wampus, or the Horned Serpent.
Wampus.
Which you got Puckwudgie, which I was really
think
sad.
I did.
I was trying to. I thought you were going to get Thunderbird because Thunderbird, it says right here, is like the adventurer one. I thought, well, you wander like a maniac
Right.
anyways.
See, I'm an adventurer, but
And
I'm
that-
also a studier and a
Yeah.
reader, and
Well,
so it was a toss-up.
You
I
actually
wasn't
got
sure what
you
I was
actually
gonna
got the
get.
one that's the healer. It's kind of weird. And then I got the Wampus one.
Wampus.
Just sounds weird. Apparently, it's like a
Wampus.
big cat with like a frog throat. I don't know what that is. Then the other one's the Horned Serpent.
Horned serpent.
Is that the Slytherin of the Americas?
I guess is just a horned
No, that's
serpent.
the Gryffindor of the Americans. Come on.
I'm a horny hero.
I don't want to assume.
Not all snakes are evil, okay?
Exactly. That's why I was making sure, but a lot of snakes are.
Evil.
Let's-
Yeah,
let's talk
they
about
got that one. They've also got a test to choose your wand. And
Yes.
a test.
I have done that.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember now what my.
We'll have to look it up.
Neither
what
do
my
I. I
wand
just
was.
remember my girlfriend freaked out because it said unicorn hair in there, and every time I take a test, I like connect to unicorn somehow, and she freaked out. She's like, unicorn hair,
Is it like, oh, we're meant to be together?
right? And then you find your Patronus,
Yes, the Patronus.
Oh, I wanna do that.
I think I got an owl.
like a brown spotted owl or something.
Yeah.
and I got a fox.
I wonder if I can find my wand type because I went to Harry Potter Land.
the
and
Universal
found it.
Studios thing?
Yeah, they had.
Very
They didn't
cool.
have everyone's like type of wand, but I found one with the right core, and they only have one length for all the wands, I believe. If I'm remembering.
Yeah, and the website has like a million different links, and like that each half an inch or quarter of an inch means like a million different things.
But I'm excited because I bought my Luna Lovegood wand.
Oh,
Sweet.
Yeah.
My favorite character.
Yeah, you would because she's Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, she's Ravenclaw.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't she the blue one?
Yeah.
Wait,
Huh?
Ravenclaw.
Someone's going to correct us. in the
Internet,
comments later.
tell us.
Quickly.
I'm pretty sure it's Ravenclaw.
You're pretty sure.
I keep, for some reason, I keep putting her in Hufflepuff, and then I keep going, no, dagnabbit, Rachel.
That's not.
While they're looking, Andrew, yes, we are going to be eating real frog legs with our chicken mole. And on to Sir Bravo FX. Yes, an ostrich egg is tons and tons of food. It's like it's about a dozen eggs per.
Speaking of Bravo, Robert is a chef. He's classically trained, so he might actually know the answer to whether we should deep fry this egg wrapped in alligator bacon.
Well, let us
Or
know,
bake
sir.
it.
Should we deep fry it? Should
If
we
he's still
not
listening.
fry it? Should we just
what do
give
you
up?
think that sausage will best deal with?
Andrew Navarrete.
Andrew Navarrete. Oh, I know
And
who that is.
Andrew, guy whose name I just butchered, he
Navarrete.
says no idea.
No idea. That's very
Oh, has
helpful.
that been the
Thank
Andrew
you,
this
Andrew.
whole time?
That's been one of the Andrews this whole time. We
Oh, there's
have an
multiple
Andrew and
Andrews?
Anthony. Oh, bravo. We have a Cynthia.
Where are my girls at? Oh, Cynthia?
Yeah, she's not talking. She's just chilling. We got
Hey,
lots of
hey,
chillers.
Cynthia.
We're
Love
at
you, girl.
We're at 58 live followers here in
158?
No, just 58.
Oh, 58.
Oh, please. You think I'm that popular?
I think so.
Yeah, thank you for your confidence. I'm
Eventually.
going to take that and keep working with it now.
Eventually he'll be live and there will be 10,000 people listening.
And then I will have to keep my pants on.
No, that's when you take them off.
I was going to ask you about that. I'm in the room with you right now. You know that, right?
Well, I felt, since you're a young lady in a strange studio, I felt the only way to make you feel comfortable is to know that no one's going to do anything weird. So I took my pants off. It was just a logical thing to do.
I noticed it, and I didn't want to say anything. But now,
What's funny is he usually wears his pants around this house, but I don't. And you'll notice I'm wearing pants today for basically the exact same reason he stated for wearing pants.
I appreciate you.
Young
Thank
lady
you.
traveling from the land of angels. I figured
Los Angeles!
no one in Los
Los
Angeles wears pants.
Angeles.
No
I'm
one-
trying to
that's
make you
true.
feel at home.
It is a very pants-free zone
Yeah.
in many ways.
Actually, I do remember we were down the same weekend that we went to film with you, and I remember how many people outside of the soda shop we were at were walking around in sarongs and wraps. And I was like, huh, the ladies are wearing sarongs again. And every one of them would turn around and have a beard. Every single time. It's like, oh, yeah, Los Angeles. I keep forgetting. It's a casual
Were
Sunday.
you near the beach?
No, we were, where were we? Where's,
For the soda shop?
yeah.
That's Pasadena.
Pasadena. We were in Pasadena.
That is interesting. Sarongs, huh?
Yeah.
I've never seen a guy in a sarong.
No? Elliot, go get a sarong.
I don't have one. I should get one though.
Pillow sheet? Alright, so we got some time left, and I have a game I want to play with you
Ooh,
folks.
exciting.
Oh.
I sent you a link earlier. I said do not read, but I'm sure you read it anyway.
I didn't read it. I was good.
I haven't read it.
She's good. You're lying to me.
I really am not.
I just read the first one.
You read the first one? Well, then by all means.
Okay. It's Harry Potter themed. Harry's penis was vibrating as though an electric charge was surging through it. His hand seized up around it. He couldn't have released it if he wanted to.
Oh dear God. Is this fanfic?
Nope. These are quotes directly from the book. However, every time a wand is mentioned, it is replaced with the words penis, cock, or dick.
Huh!
I'll go on to the next one.
This should be fun.
I'm so hot right now.
Your penis, Lucius. I require your penis. Voldemort drew out his penis and compared the links. Elliot, you're on to number 3.
Alright, let me scroll down. Here we go. You talk about penises like they've got feelings, said Harry. Like they can think for themselves.
I'm sorry. If anyone's ever had a penis, you know for a fact it thinks.
It does.
It doesn't think for itself. It thinks for you half the time.
No, the truth is, we don't have enough blood to run both the brain and the penis at the same time.
Half the time, I'm just kind of thinking to myself, do I want A&W root beer or ginger ale? And my penis just decides it wants sex. It's weird.
That is troubling.
All right,
you
now
hate
that you're
Rachel?
composed, now that you're nice and composed, you have
I'm
number
like
4.
removing layers because I'm laughing so hard and I'm so embarrassed. Okay.
Number 4.
Harry's penis had still been in his hand when he jumped. It had gone straight up one of the troll's nostrils.
You know, I think that was something that went down at a club in Vegas once. Number 5. Draco's sleek black penis, identical to his father's penis, as far as Harry could remember.
Expecto Patronum! Harry yelled. Nothing happened. Harry gripped his penis tighter and shook it up and down until a thick, wispy white substance protruded from the end of it.
Oh my gosh! Why did I get the longest one?
Oh God.
Oh no.
Number 7.
Ron struggled for a moment before managing to extract his penis from his trousers. It's no wonder I can't get it out, Hermione. You packed my old jeans. They're tight. Oh, I'm so sorry, hissed Hermione, and Harry heard her mutter a suggestion as to where Ron could stick his penis instead. How is
Sometimes
this?
you just gotta get straight to the point.
How is this so disturbing.
Oh, well, easy, because we're using the word penis so much.
In the context of children.
Number 8. Your father, on the other hand, favored a mahogany penis, 11 inches. Damn, Mr. Potter! You can take it.
Now, Harry, said Lockhart, when Draco points his penis at you, you do this. He raised his own penis, attempted a complicated sort of wiggling action, and dropped it. Snape smirked as Lockhart quickly picked it up, saying, "Whoops! My penis is a little overexcited."
What I love is a little animated gif of him.
Giggling.
Yeah, my penis is
Kenneth
exciting.
Branagh.
All right,
The
Rachel.
actor.
Number
Okay.
10.
There was a moment in the graveyard where Voldemort's penis and mine sort of connected?
Making the penises kiss.
Good point, Andrew. Rachel, you just definitely had to say, why did I get the longest one?
Yeah,
Mhm.
who
You
said
had-
that?
You had to get the longest
I
penis.
know. I got the longest penis. Of course, because I'm the girl. Wait, what?
What?
Well, now
we know you're hiding a giant monster donkey dick, okay?
No, it's just a wand, you guys. You've been misinterpreting me this whole time.
Listen, as long as it's magic, I'm not gonna judge. Number 11. Snape lay panting on the ground. James' serious advance on him. Penis is raised. It gets better as we go.
It's
through.
so aggressive.
It's like a passionate night of oh my god wizardry.
Ooh, number 12. There was a lot more to magic, as Harry quickly found out, than waving your penis and saying a few funny words.
That's called puberty in a nutshell right there.
Oh man, so true.
Panting, Harry fell forward over the hydrangea bush, straightened up and stared around. There were several faces peering through various nearby windows. Harry stuffed his penis hastily back into his jeans and tried to look innocent.
Wow. Wow.
Your penis, Harry! Use your penis! Hermione shouted.
It looked as though Uncle Vernon was bursting with any number of unpleasant retorts, but he merely shrank back into the cushions with Aunt Petunia and Dudley and said nothing, keeping his small, piggy eyes on Dumbledore's penis.
Well, who wouldn't?
Piggy eyes.
There will be no foolish penis waving or silly incantations in this class!
Oh, God.
Okay, that is not a good Snape impression, but...
Snape!
Now to get your books out and do this. Alright. Harry looked down at his own penis. He could see fingers marks all over it. Ooh. He gathered a fistful of robe from his knee and tried to rub it clean, surreptitiously. Several gold sparks shot at the end of it. Fleur Delacour gave him a very patronizing look. He died. This is great.
Oh, Mr. Ollivander spent much longer examining Harry's penis than anyone else's.
Details.
The penis chooses the wizard, Mr. Potter.
Number 19.
Dagnabbit, I lost my place. Dagnabbit?
19.
Dag Niggity Nabbit.
I'm almost there. Okay. It's the way you're moving your penis, said Hermione, watching Ron critically. You don't want to wave it, it's more of a sharp jab.
Penis, Wayne? Harry repeated nervously. We have to check that your penises are fully functional. No problems, you know, as they're your most important tools in the task ahead, said Bagman.
Snape gave Harry a swift, piercing look. Harry looked at the floor. He wished Ron would put his penis down.
Again, Ron? Again?
Ron, stop it.
He bent over his trunk again, but almost immediately stood up once more, his hand clenched on his penis.
Hey, you know what?
The gif of that is pretty funny, of Hermione being so judgmental and disturbed by Ron.
That's like the most disturbed penis envy face I've ever seen in my
Oh my
life.
gosh.
Like, that's not what I would do with it. You're ruining your opportunity. You're just wasting this. Oh, move over, Hermione snarled. She grabbed Harry's penis, tapped the lock, and whispered, Alahomara. Yeah, well, aloha to you too.
Your authority! She sneered, attempting to wrench her hand from his grasp. You lost your authority when you lost your penis, Lucius. Man, ain't that the truth.
Do you think I want people saying my sister's a what? Shouted Ginny, drawing her penis. What exactly?
And what looks to be the last one. Lost in visions of his happy prospect, he flicked his penis a little too enthusiastically, so that instead of producing the fountain of pure water that was the object of that day's charm lesson, he let out a hose-like jet that ricocheted off the ceiling and knocked the Professor Flitwick flat on his face.
Well, I appreciate that game on multiple levels.
Okay.
And let me tell you why.
Yay! Wicked details.
Because it shows the power of language and how hilarious things are when you put the word penis in.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm gonna start doing that more often. I'm actually gonna go to Starbucks and order a penis tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
A penis foam latte.
Oh my gosh. One can only dream.
Well, everyone, we are running low on time.
Well, I just have a question real quick.
Oh,
Is
no.
there an audience question answer section?
There could
Kind of.
be. Let's see here.
I
Anyone?
mean, if anyone has a question,
Well, you have a
wanna
chance. Give us a
and
question.
while I, describe things.
You're on Chimi, so you can ask anything you want, and everyone here has to answer. That's the law.
Is that the law?
That's the
I don't know
law.
about that being a law.
I'm uncomfortable all of a sudden.
I have a napkin that a very drunken Obama signed for me, so it's law. It counts.
Wow. That's impressive.
And with that, we're going to wait and hope that someone has.
But while we think about, maybe it won't
happen.
happen, that's okay. I'll let everyone know about Cosplay Cuisine. You can find it on Facebook at
Cool.
Cosplay Cuisine. You can find us on YouTube, Cosplay Cuisine, if you do a search for it. Our most recent episode was, as I said, an Atlantis-themed episode with Professor Elliot.
Gasp.
Our newest episode will be with Mr. Chimichanga himself.
That's me.
And we're doing, what is it?
Cookies.
Cookies.
Rainbow poop cookies.
Rainbow cookies!
Which
Wednesday.
you put together a very, I like how you asked me if I had any costumes for cosplay, and I was laying in my bed looking at that text, looking around my room like, I could wear a box and be a robot? I don't know how to cosplay. So I suggested the onesie, and I was like, I don't know any movies that have unicorns. And it keeps going to this escalation. It's like, I don't know what to tell her right now. And then you put together really fun last minute darkness. Lord of Darkness costume. I was impressed. I was very impressed.
Darkness. Well, when you're as pale as I am, it's almost like you come back around to the darkness.
Every time.
Yeah, but Wednesday, our darkness-themed episode, or where I'm Lord of Darkness, I should say.
Yeah, you were playing Lord of Darkness for the movie Legend.
Yes, for the movie Legend. That will be on Wednesday on my channel.
goodness.
It'll be
I'm
Wednesday
looking forward.
morning. Are you looking forward to that?
I am.
And if you are on the Cosplay Cuisine Facebook page, you'll see a teaser picture
Yeah.
of Christian and I in our respective cosplays.
Regalia.
Also, just a little shout out again about Saturday. It's a really great cause. It's for the Lumos charity, which is J.K. Rowling's charity for institutionalized children. We're raising money through this event, and it's going to be a really good time.
It really is.
And you know what? If you guys are, live in the other side of the country or the other side of this world, and you still want to participate, you guys can still donate. I imagine the link will be available.
Yeah, the link will be available in the comments below
in
here.
the comments below.
And we've been sharing it all week. And, if you can't be involved, you also get to have some fun. You can go ahead and donate and get yourself added to the credits. And we have several very special thank you videos we're going to be shooting afterwards.
Yes.
And the entire event is going to be filmed and brought to you several weeks later, unfortunately, but still we'll be bringing it to you, and you can still feel like you're a part of everything, even though you're a country away, or for those of you listening in Alaska, Germany, and all the other countries, I have a weird following Europe. I don't know where that's coming from.
That weird country, Alaska.
Yeah. I speak nothing but Russian and Eskimo there, don't they?
That's totally it. Yes.
Question of the night is, who's blonder out of the three of you? You all sound very blonde.
Well, I'm the blondest.
By far. How,
Literally speaking.
When I was younger, I would be blonder.
how exactly?
My hair grew more brown as I grew up.
How does blonde sound exactly is what I want to know.
I have a slight Valley Girl twinge to my voice. It could be...
Could be that.
So what we're saying is you have the most Valley Girl twins.
Which makes sense. I'm also a woman.
This is true.
So-
This is true. And so what that means is somewhere deep down inside of us is a Valley Girl, sir.
Like what?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Whoa. Well, thank you very much for that. And everyone, donate. Come see us live. And you get to see me do dumb stuff with these lovely people. And you
Me
get to
dressed
see...
up as
And
Lena
get the chance
Lovegood.
to win some stuff yourself. With those
Yeah.
raffles.
Harry Potter.
You can go on an adventure with Jackass
Go on
himself.
an adventure with me. There's a Loot Crate subscription
Yep.
going on.
That's going to be a fun one from me to you if you want to
all
join
sorts
in
of
on
fun
that
stuff
one.
coming up, so I'm excited.
Baked goods,
Hopefully.
animations,
Fingers crossed.
beer. Yes, there's going to be beer there. Go for the beer.
Beer. Yes. Beer.
We're going to be at Stone Church Brewery in Corona, California.
Which means beer.
October 22nd.
Beer.
Noon.
Beer.
Be there or be square.
Beer.
Beer.
Thank you all. Thank you guys so much for joining.
Thank you
been a fun
guys.
night.
Thanks for listening.
Weird penis rants aside. This has been a fun night. And,
It has.
yeah. Nice little recording night. But if you like this episode, please like, comment, subscribe down below. If you dislike this episode, please go fuck yourself. And I stood it there. As always, I'm your host, Christian Barrick, and may the awesomeness be with you. I will face fuck you till the sky is blue.